Hello, resilience.
Hello. How are you guys doing today?
Yes, happy Sunday, y'all. Happy Sunday.
March 5th.
There we go. Ha! My gosh, the time is flying. It's flying. It's
Yes,
March.
this year is already approaching. We'll be in at summertime and fall before we know it.
I don't want to think about it. Okay, one day at a time. One day at a time. That's what we're going to
Okay,
do and push through.
correct.
Yes. So it's March, guys. It is Women's History Month.
Ooh.
Yes.
And why are we discussing this? Because women are just as important and have been a pioneer in the way of life and in the way of the world and building still to this day.
Yeah.
But the sad part of all that is at one point there's the 19th Amendment that did not allow women to vote. And we're talking about in the 1900s that we really didn't have a voice until then, and still to this day we're still struggling to fight for our voice because rights have been taken from us.
And we are trying to take it back, guys.
Yes, they are.
Look at these laws, look at these bills, look at the government, look at what's happening. Just a little bit. Okay.
And this year, the theme for 2023 for the Women's Month is celebrating women who tell our stories.
That's good.
Basically, we encourage recognition of women from the past and the present who have been, like I said, a pioneer and a matriarch in all forms of whether it's media, storytelling, print, radio, TV, stage, history, blogs, podcasts, and more, i.e. us. But the timely theme, it pretty much honors every woman in every community who have devoted their lives and talents producing, whether if it's art or the truth or reflecting of the human condition decade after many decades. And according to pepperdine.edu, which we don't own the copyrights, we just research and find information. It pretty much, like I said, gives us our voice and honors the achievements. And a lot of this is derived from like March 8th, really, of 1975. Really and truthfully, it dates back around Susan B. Anthony and right after World War II, when we had to really start fighting because we were good enough to work, we were good enough to teach, we were good enough to do this, but to be in a corporate world or do anything of that stature or to have a voice in a community or to speak, it was frowned upon. Looked down because women are supposedly have been known to be submissive and quiet and sit in a corner and to be seen and not heard.
Right.
If that was the case, then all of the women, and I'm going to go there, all the women in the Bible would not have a point or part or anything to show us that men aren't the only ones that's being used. Women are as well. So one of the things that I was researching, like I was speaking about, was basically there's a colors that represent the women's month: purple, white, and green. Purple is, and I know I was like purple, white, and green. Like, why purple, white, and green? Well, purple is to signify justice and dignity. Green gives us hope and growth, whereas white, we keep it pure. Now, with that being said, I further researched. Women's History Month, March, has a flower.
Ha! Nice.
And it's called, and you can research, it's called the mimosa flower. Huh. It was chosen because the mimosa gives and it signifies or symbolizes the message of love. Friendship, kindness, dignity, respect, elegance, and most of all, strength.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, that is so lovely. But then I said, I wish they would have added sacrifice. Because sometimes that mimosa flower, if you toss it, you'll see some of the fibers of it come apart, but it sacrifices in order to grow more.
Wow.
That's all.
Wow.
That's all.
That's
We
deep.
sacrifice to grow more. That's the point anyway. And I just said, oh, that's lovely. And then I'm like, okay, so we do these things. And then, of course, Jimmy Carter is issued the first presidential proclamation week, which was like around 1980, March 8th. But then we have some pioneering journalists who've been able to speak about people's experiences, and playwrights, songwriters, scholars, performers, and our grandmothers, great aunts, and our mothers, and instrumental, because they're passing on our heritage and they're discussing our lineage. I mean, you could go all the way back. And then the whole point of our stories, ladies and gentlemen, is because we want to expand our understanding and we want to strengthen our connections with one another.
Yeah.
We want to be able to have that bond that we can share through the triumphs and through the trials and the achievements of our victories. It's so many things, but it's beautiful. I mean, we're talking about like Toni Morrison, Maxine Hong, Maxine Hong Kingston, excuse me, Jovita Ada, Maya Angelou, Berta Lerner, Gloria Steinem, Winona LaDuke, Lillian Hillman, Betty Saskin, Soskin, Willa Cather, Gertrude Steen, Marjorie Stone Douglas. These are people, we have so much history that has been overlooked. Whether if it's of Black history or women's history, for the major parts that we played in the building of this country. Now, granted, I mean, it has to grow, can't stay stagnant. And somebody has to do it. So
you're calling. Look.
Why? Like, do you know who you are? Do you know your calling? Do you understand your purpose? Do you know why you do what you do? Why you're so passionate? It helps. Sometimes the things, your talents, and who you are can help other people.
Yeah, and just looking at, like you saying, the women you just talked about, named, it'll help us to see the strength in them, to look at their path that they took to get to where they're at. Michelle Obama. I mean, I don't know. I just love the woman. An attorney, an author, hey, first lady, mom, she's a mom, many other hats that she does, because she does a lot of volunteerism, a lot of actually some activism too. Gosh, I look at my great grandmother, God bless her soul, but Olivia Jackson, that was her name. Strong woman, just strong woman, because she helped raise me. I got dropped off a plenty of times, y'all, with great grandma while mama was gone. But she was a foster mom. She just took care of a lot of kiddos. Adopted a few. You just look at the women in your lives, who you're surrounded, who you're connected to. It doesn't even have to be family. Your friends, family, whomever. And you just look at what they're adding to life, even though they may not think it's big. It's big. It's big.
Like in my family, I have I don't want to call her a nickname, but we have a doctor. She's one of the top doctors in Montgomery for radiology. And then we have my cousin, who is one of the best realtors, and she does well in foundation cost. And Kenya Taylor, you can see her on Facebook if you want to know something about properties, taxes information. That's your girl about real estate information.
What city? What state?
She's in Montgomery, Alabama.
Okay.
She does, and if you need her to go worldwide, just make sure you give her coins. But then you have like people like my grandmother Annie Lou Boyd, who was one of the, if you ever watched the movie The Help, that part of that story and that history was about my grandma and my mom. My mom was in houses of judges and cleaning, and she also was helping with the freedom riders. She was helping with people waiting to vote.
Really?
My aunt Dorothy Gosen, God rest her soul, she was a product for in a community as an advocate for the community action. She was a sociologist who, helped the communities and did things. I mean, I can go through
Rich history.
Yes, in my family, we've even had bootleggers, but they make their money to help get foundations and get land too. So, I mean, my family has an array of women that are very strong. I have another cousin who's a psychologist and a doctor, Dr. Asa Williams. She's out of Batesburg, Leesville, South Carolina, but also routes into schools in the colleges in North Carolina. My cousin who is now like the matriarch of our family, Justine Canning. If you needed help with something, that girl was there. If you wanted to know some information, supporting.
See Resilience family, how she's going through her family line, people who you're connected to. Just tap into that. So it'll help form you a little bit.
Yes, like the women in that family are
find.
Yes. See,
go.
And like she said, these women, they show strength. Like I have women in my family that can work and hustle. Like I have a cousin, Nikki Adams. I'm proud of you. She purchased her home and the home is beautiful. She worked hard. She was a hairdresser. She did inventory. She made it and can cook and knows how to do. When I say that lady can cook, she can cook. When sometimes I go to visit, I'm looking forward to my family in Detroit, mommy's side, and my family in South Carolina, my daddy's side. Those are places when I know I'm going to be fed, not just physical food, but loved and encouraged and acknowledged.
This is good. So you all see why I'm guessing they gave us a Women's History Month is why I'm seeing it just to bring awareness to who you're connected to. To grow you as a woman, to remember, where we came from. Where we headed to, how to move forward. It's rich. It is so rich.
Wealth and prosperity and peace. And how these women that I've named in my family, and I know I can name more, they're leaving a legacy. And they're teaching us and the underneath them, hey, I'm not sitting here telling you it's easy. But you have an ability more so now than you had before. You have opportunity and space and pretty much what God tells us. He's given us everything we need.
Yes.
So with that,
oh my God,
all type of moves, right? You can make all type of moves. You can embark, especially with Christ. You can do anything. So.
Yes.
I just leave you with the factor of man, woman, women, stand up, speak your mind, speak your voice, let it be heard. And if you need to use this platform, come to us and we do not mind, setting up something. But we want to keep it positive and we want to encourage and we want people to know that, regardless of whatever walks of life you've been through, we want to know it, we want to hear it, and we definitely want to feed from it and learn of it. So we encourage you. We definitely encourage you. You've seen some of the men and women we've had on. Beautiful men and women, very intelligent, and they are strong. They are strong. They have told us time and time again how they have never given up.
Oh my God, that just reminds me of Maya Angelou's "Still I Rise."
Okay.
That just was
Yes.
spirit right now. But my gosh, and my gosh,
Yes.
ladies, women all over the world, cherish who you are. Yes. And gosh, let's just remember some of the Eastern countries. Oh my God. Well, these women are still fighting for rights.
Mm-hmm.
Be known.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we mean we matter too. So be grateful. Be thankful.
And you know what? I found a cute little poem. The author is unknown, but it says, "You are one amazing lady. You are so good to people in your life, so considerate and caring. When you give it, it's easy to see that it comes straight from the heart, and it gives everyone around you the gift of a nicer world to live in. I hope you'll never forget how much I treasure just being in this world with you. You are such a deserving person, and I really hope that all your days are beautiful and bright as the ones you inspire in other people's lives."
Yes. Oh my gosh. So celebrate the women that's in your lives. Really take a look back, step back, and see what they're doing. See some of the women of the past in your lives who you're connected to. Celebrate that. Tap into that. Sit down and have a conversation so you can move forward and keep moving forward as women.
Yeah.
Women.
And we are out there. We are fierce.
Yes.
We are fiery. We are family. We represent a diamond.
Yes.
And I say that because no matter how many times people try to break us down or chip at us, we still shine bright and we still are there, reluctant and resilient.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So resilience family. We hope this just struck a little chord, woke you up, some of the ladies. But we thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Celebrate the women in your life.
Please.
Yes. Look at some of the women in the past and love you. Love on you, love on you, love on you, because you'll do it best. You really will.
And a small shout out to Deliverance and Discipleship for all the women in that ministry who are very strong and very resilient and loving and some serious worshipers and dedicators.
Yes.
Say that.
And my gladiators.
Okay.
Hey,
And then the family and friends out there, Kimberly Williams, thank you for always encouraging and teaching. Nikki Adams, she's in Montgomery, Alabama, and she is an educator at Robert E. Lee. She stands strong for you babies out there and praying for you babies, as well as her staying strong for herself and taking self-care for herself. So pay attention, watch your leaders, pay attention, take in the wisdom that they're giving you, because you're not going to have them anymore always. So take it while you can.
So always, family, stay strong, stay well, be safe, and always, always be resilient. We love you.